Mexicans, Cuban, North American Indian, Seminole Indians, the Argentinians, Chile, Cuban to Uruguay, Mexicans. That's what we ignorantly known as. And very spiritual, right? So, another thing, they wasn't all Simeon that worked there, but they all spoke Spanish, and that's the connection they have with each other. That Spanish, the Spanish language, which they all speak in broken Spanish. They're not really speaking the full Spanish language, right? But they had Ecuadorians, they had Mexicans in there. They had different Spanish speaking tribes. But the one thing they had over on me is that I didn't speak full Spanish, but I understood certain words for hanging with, from where I'm from, the Bronx. They spoke a lot of Spanish. So she did say a full sentence. I forgot what she said. She said something about me. So the last word she used is exactly. And then when she said certain words, she said Moreno, whatever, something. Oh, how you know about this place? And then he said something. One Spanish guy, which he was Dominican, he was standing right beside me. He said something, and I understood what he said. He said, I totally forgot what he said, but he said something, and then she said exactly. I said exactly, mommy. I'm Moreno, but I know poquito Spanish. Okay, I said my family, my primos is from the Bronx. So I said half and half, but she understood, and then the other guy standing beside it, which he was not Dominican, but because he spoke Spanish, that's how we was to each other. The Southern Kingdom, right, which is from Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and which is the Northern Kingdom, which is from Simeon, Zebulon, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, and Issachar. And remind you, most of the tribes is like Gad is an Indian, Zebulon. No, not Zebulon. Gad, Reuben, or Indian. Oh, they consider how you say that again, don't it? Well, let me just use the word that's here. South American Indians, right? Which is Gad, and Reuben is Seminole Indian, and they was on the soil of America, right? For the most part, they wasn't all speaking Spanish. Just the ones that landed over there in Puerto Rico, they got taught Spanish. Dominican, they got taught Spanish. Over here in America, we didn't get taught the Spanish. It was English, which is massive spiritual. It's a lot to that history. It's very vast. But for the most part, we all didn't learn the Spanish language, which that caused a division amongst that really during the era of growing up. I hung with a lot of Spanish brothers, and for example, when I was young, other Spanish people would come around. My Spanish speaking brothers, right, who I hung around with, they would ask them like, "Yo, how you hanging with this Moreno?" Shit like that. Like it was like in their mind they thinking they racist or they think they got one over, but they really say, "Yo, that's the people my bros and shit. I was hanging out when I was young. That's my family. We talking about. That's La Familia. That's my primo." We got into a lot of fights back in the days, like with other, with others. Spanish individuals, and I wish I got more fluent in Spanish, but for the most part, I catch those words. I hung around a lot of people. A lot of my bro just like, yo, he said something about you in Spanish. He thought he was slick. What? We get into a fight. back in the day. It's crazy. But yeah, man, we are in observation mode. We know once we get around individuals, we circumspect the situation. We don't just go in there and making wrong decisions, make wise decisions. We get around people, and for the most part, we win. Based on our reaction to the situation. Through the spirit of our shot, that's how we win. Okay, so it's a lot for rambling. Alright, it says, 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, and say the Lord Yahweh Shah. And that's what we do. We speak these words of prophecy. Right? And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. And these words are very faithful and true. Okay? Right to the point, and they are sticking to the procedure. I'm talking about it, so it's not coming back void. This power that we have, this thing about us, bro. I'm telling you, man, it's hard to, it's hard to like. I had a word I'm gonna say something like it. It's undeniable, and it's hard to what's this word? Can't think of the word, so like it. But these people are gonna have a rude awakening. I kept saying that at work, right? So I'm working, packing shit, and I'm like, damn, I can tell these people don't get it, because if they did get it, right, or if they understand this truth, this thing about us, this wonderful thing that they're missing, they would be more humble to one another. Yeah, they clicking with each other. You could tell. You go in the staff room, you could smell horrible food they eat. You see one person eating shrimp and shit, the other one eating ham. You know they don't know, because you can tell why they eat what they're eating. You tell by how they eating that they don't understand the truth, this thing about us. Because if they did, they wouldn't be eating the abomination. That's why I would kept saying, y'all. I kept saying, y'all in big trouble. Oh man, y'all in big trouble, bro. And another thing, this thing is vast. America is a very big place, very dimensional. Like, you can get off one highway. You can make the wrong turn and end up paying toll going into another new town. And once you make that wrong turn, you got to go for miles to turn back around to get back on the highway. Certain scenic routes. Very dimensional. And a lot of, that's how, on my travels, I do a lot of traveling jobs, like based upon what I'm doing. If I need some extra cash, I go travel. And I was at this job, and it was way up in Bethlehem, PA. And I'm from New York side, and I go further away, and it's very dumb. I would think when I go out here, like, I'm just gonna see a bunch of Edomites. But as soon as I go into a Wawa, you know what a Wawa is, right? So when I go into a Wawa, oh my goodness, I'm talking about, I see Jake everywhere. Jake, we are flooded out here, bro. It's going to be a bloody situation. America is going to be, the Shadow Valley of Death is going to be real, real crucial. Because we're here now. The bulk of us is here in the soils of America. The majority of us is here. Like, this is the place it's going to go down to. It's going to go down. The 2/3 is going to be destroyed here. It's going to be in the soils of America. After we come back down to New Jerusalem, we're going to go speak around the earth, whoever's left. But the soils of America, whoever's left on the soils of America, is going to be destroyed. All right. That's it. That's what the scripture says, and I'm sticking with it. Thus say the Lord, bro. Thus say the words of this Bible. Man, it may hurt. It may damn. Some days I go through it's emotional. Oh man. And the first thing I say, woe is me. Right? Oh, let's get that. Woe is me. All right. That's this. What chapter was that? So like we're just gonna make it simple. We'll try to find it quick. Woe is me, woe is me. Who should deliver me in those days? Bible verse, King James Version, Apocrypha. I know that's it. But this is, come on, really. So I get the other one popped up. Woe is me, woe is me. Who should deliver me in that day? Apocrypha. She said Bible, all right, ago. Right? Second Ezra chapter 16 verse 17. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? And you find yourself, because we know who's going to deliver in those days, but you at the moment we praying that we get delivered, man. Whoa, man, because we can see it, bro. We could see it, man. I tell you, I get around people, I'm like, damn, we are. If we don't make it out of here, we finish. Who's going to deliver us? I mean, not who. Abaratazah, Baba Kusah, deliver me out of the hands of these people. We ain't got a chance. That's what I find myself saying all the time. Like, how are we going to make it out of here? I don't see us surviving here. And like the job I was on, who the hell want to do that every day the rest of your life for another 3 years? Seriously. Like, do we ever? And besides, Esau and the gang, deporting y'all, putting y'all going alligator to Alcatraz. Y'all ain't got a chance. And number two, y'all speak Spanish. They definitely coming for you. Spanish-speaking tribes. And y'all don't get it. They just deported. They were just running down on people from, they didn't even run down on the ones that sell Chinese food. They didn't run down on the ones that sell Japanese food. The Arabs, the East Indians, how you say, they're foreigners, which is crazy. But y'all Spanish-speaking tribes, they want to make sure we are divided as a nation. And that's what you got to keep in mind. What I was doing here. Woe is me, got that. Right? Be circumspect, and that's what we are. We in observation mode. Right? And we're making wise decisions based upon these scriptures. And that's accuracy, bro. And for the most part, what keeps me going, me personally, like I throw on audio of the scriptures. And it's always a verse in there that's going to activate wisdom on how to conduct yourself at that moment. Now you could think of a title and type it in. And knowledge will increase. We got these phones. So you might not carry your book every day, your sword every day, but it's in the app. Type it. Everything's works for Google. That's what I just did. And knowledge increased. And worldly things made simple. That's what's happening here because of the knowledge that's increased, and us knowing the signs of the time, we know exactly what topics and what things to be mindful of. And the most important thing is prophecy. Because the prophecy is going to determine who's who and who's what, who's right and who's wrong. That's what's going to clarify. That's what. So we'll focus on that. So where was that?